Okay, so Kate, like many families in America, I do special meals for my kids because they are picky and they don't want to eat sort of an adult style entree. The characteristic they protest really is flavors and textures mixed together. So I'm wondering what advice you have for me to move towards a path where in my fantasy I do not have to prepare separate dishes for the family.
You know, and I think so many moms across the country really do that same thing and wonder how to transition. I'm going to be pretty tough and have a tough answer. I would say a child who's used to having separate food isn't going to magically turn into a tween or a teen or an adult who then likes combos. So really think about what is your long-term goal. And if your long-term goal is that you want your child to be able to eat mixed foods, then set a timeline and say, you know what, we've got 3 months and this is our fun project and we're going to find things we can do. And always set them up for success that, okay, you can serve a few things still separately on the side and encourage, I call them a no thank you bite. Like start putting things on the plate and encourage a no thank you bite. And give it time. It's going to take time because your kids are a little older and they're very used to this routine. But you set the goal so they know what's coming and they know in 3 months they're eating whatever mom and dad are eating. And gradually start, maybe a quarter of the plate has a mixed dish on it that they can have some input. And then maybe the second month, half the plate is what you guys are eating with a few things. But I would set a timeline, be really clear, and they're going to be fine if there's going to be a transition when they do go on strike, you know. And remember, at meals and snacks throughout the rest of the day, they'll kind of get what they need, but start making that transition. It's only going to get more painful the longer you wait.
Okay. Kate, my question for you, you're a very healthy eater and you're a nutritionist, but what is your guilty pleasure?
Well, my next door neighbor would say bacon because every time he comes over, I seem to be cooking bacon, but he only catches me on occasion, I can swear. I would say chocolate. I think a lot of people are surprised that I eat chocolate every day. I eat dark chocolate. I love it. I think it's the pleasure of life.
Hi, I'm Whitney.
I'm Heather. We write rookiemoms.com.
All right, I'm a huge personal fan. I gotta gush. Love your blog. Love your Twitter handle. Because I think you so find the voice of moms everywhere that things are struggling with. But I wanted to ask you why organic is important to you guys as a mom and raising your kids.
Well, to me, I am of two minds. The first, very strong maternal feeling that organic foods help protect and nourish my child without all of that nasty pesticides. But then a little bit of nasty pesticides probably good in the long run. So I do try to find a balance, leaning strongly toward organic when possible, but I don't beat myself up about it.
You keep it real.
That's right, let's keep it real.
Whitney, what about you?
I tend to look for organic when it comes to milk, and we don't eat a lot of meat, so it's not really an issue for me, but when I do buy chicken, I buy organic chicken. And then the fruits and veggies that have thinner skins, I just prioritize that, and you know, if it's a matter of convenience, sometimes you just have to buy what's on the shelf.
Yeah. Now I know between you have 5 kids, right?
That's right.
Okay, so Earth's Best, has Earth's Best been in your pantry, and if so, what's your family's favorite Earth's Best product?
So when my oldest, my now 7-year-old was a baby, we did have the formula, but right before coming to this BlogHer conference, my 11-month-old got a big armload of the pouches, the convenient pouches, so that my husband would have a very easy time feeding him. So he makes a lot of the homemade stuff, but that kid wants to just eat and eat and eat, and he doesn't open it himself, sorry, but he does like to slurp them himself, and I think it feels good. He's teething, so a lot of the pouches and some of the more interesting flavors, I was really happy to give him, mix it up.
Yeah, there are a lot of new interesting flavors. And I like how they can't tell there's actually vegetables in there too, so that's always good.
We used, early on, we used this cereal and then crackers. I just knew it was a safe brand that we could pick, so when you're in the store, there's so much to choose from, and I just identified with it, so that was a brand that we chose for kind of things to teeth on, like the bars and the sort of cookie cracker combos.
Yes.
I think you got away with calling crackers cookies for a long time.
Yes, I did.
All right, so you guys are BlogHer veterans. What is your favorite trend you're seeing this year at BlogHer already in that healthy eating kids space?
I haven't actually made the rounds yet on the expo floor, so I'm going to have a hard time answering that. I think we identified the pouch trend a few years ago,
Yes.
and just the convenience that brings. And I know that there's some refillable pouch products on the market, which is kind of an interesting thing.
For myself, I'm just happy when the meals have protein and vegetables. So that's like, as an eater and as an attendee of the conference, I'm looking out for number one. Sorry.
Hey, did you know if you sign up for our Earth's Best Conference, you can win a 30-minute consult with me for your family? So we can talk about that later.
I already signed up. Thank you.
All right, and what's this? I know you don't really have kids in the diaper bag set anymore, but this is, oh, you do. Silliest thing that's ever been in either of your diaper bags.
Ooh.
Unexpected.
I feel like for me, the answer is more to do with like what odd stuff I'm finding in my regular purse. So it's like I pull out a baby sock, a Matchbox car, a bib, a pouch, and this is just like I'm going to the cafe by myself. So I don't know, does that count as silly?
Exactly.
It all belongs in a diaper bag, but what am I doing? It's my
Welcome to my
laptop.
world.
And,
I find that it's like, how old is
Yeah.
the stuff for me in my diaper bag? I know there's still diaper bags in my closet, and my youngest is 5. And every now and then I'm packing for a trip and I pull something down, I'm like, oh, this is actually a diaper bag, and I open it and there's like a newborn sock or something, I'm like, oh, 4 years later.
That's where that sock
Yes.
Or I pull the sock out of my pocket. I mean, upstairs in the hotel room, I probably have a Matchbox car and a newborn sock, and I'm not traveling with my kids, so that's...
Great. I love it. Well, that's the same for moms everywhere, I guess, then. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Have a great BlogHer.